Okay, we're in Sweden and we just passed the bridge, which we all loved, and now we are at the first supercharger. And I'm talking to Gitas here, and you were one of the first people in the Sweden with a Tesla, right?
Not the first one, but one of those guys who's used to use car on the
3 years ago. You were still very special.
Sure, not a moment like a big difference in the last year happening, but from the beginning this was something special because there's not that much people have those cars. And
and how is it now?
Now it's like usually like last year it was that time when it's up and down changing everything because people start to think about electricity. It's very expensive electricity, and fuel even more expensive, and then to change mind to start use electricity cars.
So Sweden is now on board. How about you, superchargers?
Superchargers is good enough because there's plenty of the places we don't have very big distance between. Like we used traveling to up in Sweden, and we have not more like 200 kilometers between chargers.
Okay.
I think that is good enough distance.
Okay. Does the government do anything to promote electric driving, less taxation or subsidizing or anything?
Sure, we have. We have like if you buy a new car and the first register going on the owner, we get like 6,000 euros compensation.
Wow, that's a very generous package. Yeah,
it's different. It depends on which kind of car. It's like 6,000 for the Tesla. If you buy like a Volkswagen or something other, it's less. It's like 3,000 or 2,000 can be.
Okay.
But
so expensive car gets more and cheap car gets less.
Independence what we might pay in.
Okay. And what about taxation? Is there any premium on taxation, less or more or less?
We have, but it's very low. We pay a year. And that's cost like 30 euro a year.
Okay.
If you compare, I have another car, like this usually car, and I pay like 2,300 euros a year.
Wow. Okay, so it's really cheap to drive an electric car.
It's a free, and that's another one's really expensive.
Okay. So Sweden is really promoting it very nicely. Then, what happens now with all the electricity prices in Sweden?
Now it happened that we have spot price, and there's big difference between hour to hour. We used to use some smart apps programs.
And is that is that changed? Was it in the earlier days? Was it more stable?
Like a few years ago, is nobody have been interesting about that because we have low price for the electricity. When they start to sell electricity very expensive, that people looking for the options. And they found like a spot price every hour. They change the price and depends on the weather and the water and the wind and all things like this.
And what's the difference between the cheapest price and the most expensive price?
For example, like on the night time, it's the cheapest hours, and we can pay like only 3 or 4 euro cents. And the daytime we used to pay sometimes up to 80, 90 euro cents per
30 times difference
per one kilowatt.
Wow. Okay. Really so then smart charging is not like, oh, it's a fancy innovative feature. It's just making it's just the only way to drive a car.
The must have smart charge. Yeah, sure. Okay. Because I save like 70 or 80% of my cost because of smart charging.
Very good idea. Can you show me the app which you're using and see if we can have the camera view it?
Well, it's a lot of difference, but I used to use Tiber, I don't know what it's in English calls, and there's you see my Tesla, and you see there's a smart charging. If you go back, the opening prices at the moment. You see by hour, at the moment it's very cheap. It's only 6 euro cents is cost electricity. But like 8:20 it's in the evening, it will be like 2.7. 27 cents.
Okay, I think still it's extremely cheap. 27 cents is, I mean, we pay 40 to 60 cents per kilowatt hour. But you're having 27 and you think it's expensive, but you pay only 4 cents.
It's a big difference, but like 40 euro cents is usually price at the moment.
40.
But tomorrow you don't know. It can be 70, can be 80.
Okay.
It's you can't guess.
And what's the name of that app?
It's not the app. It's an app. It belongs to who's selling electricity company. They have own app, but only this company have this kind of app. No other companies have.
Okay.
No.
So 99% of the Swedish people do not have those spot price kind of system.
They have spot price kind of system, but they don't have possibility to see in future what price will be cost. Only this company have.
Yeah. And it's connected to your charging app. Can you say just make sure in the morning it's
Like
filled?
you see here, if I charge my car, I always have until 7 in the morning.
7 in the morning. Yeah.
It should be full charge.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter for me if you want to charge on the evening, on the night, or in the morning. Important that 7:00 must be done, and we're leaving for the work.
Yeah. Just to explain clearly, I mean the 4 cents. That's not the total price you pay. On top of the 4 cents comes transportation cost, comes value-added tax, or that kind. That's just the basic price of the electricity, and then plus is the is the retail price.
Sure, you're completely right.
That's the same in
But it's if you compare this kind, electricity is cost like maybe 70%, and 30% is cost transportation and fixed price. You have fixed price a month. All those prices like built in up till 30%, not more.
And taxation, isn't there not much taxation in Sweden on electricity?
They have, but that price is what I show to you is including. Because if you can choose on the app with or without. If you choose without, they take like 25% down. But I used to look including taxation, because I know really price.
Yeah, you want to have the real price on what you pay. Okay, so that is really helping to keep it under control.
As I said, they used to help me to save like 70% of my cost. This program.
So you have 2 cars. One costs 2,000 euro in taxation, plus 250. I don't know how much does a gasoline cost now in Sweden.
It's like you see maybe here somewhere. It's like €2.5.
Yeah, so same in Holland. And on the other hand, you have almost very cheap charging. Sure. And so why do you still have your old car?
Because I need a heavy car. It's a truck car.
It's a truck.
It's a Raptor. It's a big car, and I use it because I use a trailer. I use my fishing boat. It's a big boat. Must have.
I understand there are reasons, and this one can only do 700 kilos, so this is not serious. Okay.
It's like for fun. This car, and another car is like for a walk.
Will you ever move to buy a new electric car, a new gasoline car?
I think we still keeping to use electricity car, like in privacy, but like for the business, perhaps this will be usually car with the gasoline.
Okay.
Because I said I need big car, I need strong car, and those cars, and at the moment we don't have the choice. Maybe in future.
Okay. My car, the Model X, can do 2,500 kilos. Is that enough?
But if I take my trailer with my boat, it's like 1,000 kilograms.
Yeah, mine is 2,500 kilograms.
Okay, then.
I can do the Boeing 737 behind it with 25,000 kilo.
That's good, sounds good, but maybe I need some place also to take my stuff in. And in the back of the car, there is some place, but it's sometimes pity to use for the things like fishing rods or all the stuff what we're using. Or
you need a big truck.
Okay. And sometimes we have few guys who is going. That's.
Hey, thanks for the update.
Yeah, sure.
And come to Amsterdam. We have lots of Poles, and I think everybody, the whole family, will like it.
Must.
Okay.
Thank you.